Welcome everybody, and tonight's Sunday evening frequency meditation. Last week it was on shame and all the different aspects of shame and how most of it is ancestral. It's not even ours, but it still is humming there in the background, dimming us down. So a lot of people wrote in about that, and tonight we're going to talk about shame again. But this, same coin, but tonight we're going to start to look at it on the different side. And we're not here to process shame. We're here to retrieve something far greater, that part of you that shame could never touch. So you see, when most people talk, people think about shame, they think of pain, brokenness, something to fix. But in reality, shame is just a distortion. And it's a thin veil, a collapsing of your perception. And behind it, behind that veil, still intact, still sovereign, still brilliant, is you. So many great teachers have pointed to this truth. Rumi, the great poet Rumi, he said that the wound is the place where the light enters you. And then Leonardo Cohen, he famously said once that there's a crack in everything, there's a crack in everything, and that's how the light gets in. And these are beautiful, powerful reflectors, but we've moved on since then. Consciousness has moved on since then. You've moved on. I've moved on. We are the latest rendition, so we can go deeper, clearer. I don't like to use ever the words higher and lower because it doesn't work like that, but we can go clearer. So those are powerful reflectors, and yet they imply something very subtle, that the light is outside of you, and that your broken bits, that's how the light enters to heal you. In the space-time method, we see it very differently. We don't wait for the light to enter us because the light has never left us. It would be impossible to exist here if you weren't connected to the light. So you're never separated from it. You were never truly broken. You simply inherited distortions. And just their layers that clouded your original architecture. The wound, the crack, the shame, they don't create the light. They simply reveal where the distortion is thin, where it's thin enough for you to remember your original brilliance. It's a really important part, so that will come into the meditation, that it's very important that it's thin enough for you to remember your original brilliance. So in quantum physics, and pretty well everything we do here is subquantum physics, we know that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change form. You, the real you, the frequency of you, if you like, it can't be destroyed, only veiled, only distorted, but always recoverable. So then shame, with this perspective, it becomes something very extraordinary for us. It becomes, if you like, a treasure map. That place, or the places, where maybe you feel the heaviest shame, they're not your flaws. They're the exact coordinates in space and time where your purest power was covered. Not lost, not damaged, just temporarily veiled. So tonight, we're not here to battle shame. We're not going to roll up our sleeves and say, this is something we got to fix. We have to come to terms with. We have to heal. We're not here to rehearse the old stories, to justify the shame and to do a workaround. We're simply, and this is the magic we do, we're simply going to move into a deeper space, into that central hub of your awareness where that distortion falls away naturally. And that's what we do. We come into neutrality, our timeless self, then reveals to us, we receive the awareness of what filters we've had that has been blocking us from the true person. With that neutrality, then, we're able to shift. We're able to release it because we don't resonate with it anymore. So that's what we'll be doing. And then we'll start stabilizing here. When you start to stabilize, embody, you bring this in, this awareness in, you disconnect from it. That happens for you. You don't have to do any mental gymnastics to disconnect. When we disconnect from it, then what happens is that manifesting, if you like, it's not something we do with effort. It's not something that we need to do the principles of the secret or law of attraction. Manifestation naturally happens because that is then where we start broadcasting from that original coherent blueprint that we are, and we stop sending out these fragmented messages, signals, and we stop orbiting around our wounds, expecting to manifest. So we just start simply existing, clear, open it, luminous, and life will start, the universe will start to respond accordingly to that. So tonight, through the space-time method, we're not going to fix the shame. We're excavating the gold beneath the ashes, if you like. We're coming home, not as a future possibility, but as a present reality here right now. And we're going to reveal that to you. We're going to bring in that awareness. So wherever shame feels heavy on you, I'll walk you through it, feel it, observe it, try not to put a judgment on it, and then prepare to discover that indestructible treasure that it was trying all along to protect. So with that, let's sit back, let's see what comes up, and I'll see you all next week. Okay, let's just start taking a full, easy breath in. Just noticing where you are right now, noticing you in your body. And if your eyes are closed, open your eyes, look at an object, notice that object, the proximity, where it is, and then where you are in your body, and then close your eyes again. Feel the weight of your body against the earth. Notice the space around you, the environment. And then notice that you are already here right now. Just bringing you back into your body, into this present moment. You'll feel lighter, clearer at this point. In space and time, what we do here really is more sub-quantum physics than quote-unquote spirituality. I'm not connected, opposed, or connected to any doctrine, dogma, where the space-time method has received its knowledge. It's from different realms. Taking that breath in. So it's ancient knowledge, not just put into a more simpler format, more user-friendly if you like, so people can start to become aware through their time of self, not through me, on how the mechanics are here and how we manifest ourselves, and how the universe manifests itself. So bring your awareness now to the center of your brain. Your awareness, not your thoughts, not your emotions. Just that quiet, neutral space where the left and the right sides of the brain meet. Call it your central hub, your command center. This is the place of neutrality. This is where you access your pure presence. Just getting you in position so you can receive this knowledge with awareness, We're bombarded every day with messages, but how many of them do we retain? So that's why I, first of all, help you help yourself get into a prime position where you're going to be able to be aware and also remember. Taking another deep breath in. This time as we take a breath in, breathe into a count of 4. Hold that breath for a count of 4. And then release through the mouth to a count of 4. And so whenever I say take a breath in, if you could remember that movement, those 3 parts, all very disciplined. You can use whatever number you want. There's no magic in that. It's just to be disciplined. Helps you as you expand. So again, returning to that central hub in the middle of the brain, just feel yourself gently settling there. You're not forcing, you're not striving, you're simply noticing. And breathe into that center. Letting your awareness become steady, wide, neutral. Because it's from here, the center hub, that tonight we're going to uncover what we were talking about, the treasure hidden beneath shame. And we're going to be able to see it from a different perspective. So shame doesn't have to be fixed or fought. Only remembered. The depth of it, of what it offers us. Everything we do here is experiential, so you feel it. It's not theories. I don't discuss my belief system, values. All I do is I pass on my direct experience that I've had when I go into these different realms, which I can do now at will. It's probably why I understand the importance of the precision when we enter these realms and making sure we come back in that same precision. Many people before us, Einstein, Tesla, they all were able to go into those realms, but they weren't able to come back properly. So that's why they got back then mentally insane, they were classified as. We don't do that here at Space-Time. Everything we do is about empowerment, precision, and we only access those different places when we're really secure, consolidated, coherent within ourselves here in density. So taking another breath in, let's try something. Focusing on that center point in the brain. Allow a memory, a place, a feeling of shame to arise. We're not reliving it. We're not analyzing it. We're simply going to witness it with neutrality, no attachment to the outcome. So whatever it might be. Shame of not doing enough, achieving enough. As we touched on last week, sexual shame. It goes back so many thousands of years with all our ancestors, all of the abuse, the control, of course, is part of our makeup. But we take it on as us, ourselves. Whatever it might be, just let it come up. And see it not as a wound, but as a veil, a thin layer of distortion floating into the field. It's not you. No judgment, no entanglement, only seeing. And from this perspective, we're able to reveal that what shame doesn't do, it doesn't reveal your weaknesses. It reveals where your original strength is ready to reemerge. So all that shame that has buried your brilliance, if you're in agreement, we can uncover that. And I could probably speak for a month on the logistics, the mechanics behind shame covering your brilliance. But for tonight, it's not relevant. So breathe into this neutral center of the brain right now. Again, observing that veil of distortion masquerading as shame. Noticing your spine, you in your spine in your body. Now imagine just gently brushing that veil aside. No effort, no drama, no struggle. It's easy. It's like clearing dust from a mirror. And as you just sweep it aside, beneath it, you see light. But it's not new light. It's not borrowed light. It's your light, untouched, brilliant, indestructible. That's what the shame has been covering. It's like when I bought my apartment in Rio. It had shag carpet. And I asked the agent, what do you think's beneath that? And he said, oh, it's nothing. But I looked at the building, the apartment itself, the fixtures, the fittings, the materials. I thought, there's no way in this apartment it's just cement. And I pulled it up, and beneath was uncovered. That was uncovered for the first time. Immaculate parquet floors throughout. Same thing here with your veil. So here we're not repairing ourselves, we're not uncovering ourselves, we're not damaged goods. We're that gold, those parquet floors, that shame, or the carpet, could never tarnish, make any marks on. So this distortion that you have suffered through, and it's just been humming in the background, dimming you down. This distortion, it veils, but it can't erase what is eternal. So breathe into this recognition of yourself. Solid, radiant, vast. These shames are not who you are. And this time as we breathe in, let's breathe in from the core of the earth with these frequencies that are pure, aligned, helping you align yourself in space and time, being able to view the mass consciousness from a bird's eye view, understanding the architecture of it all and not immersing into the distortions that the mass consciousness is. And just remain anchored in your central hub. Again, that veil brushed aside. Notice your field is already shifting. When I say field, our frequency field, which is arm's length around us, above us, below us, in front of us, behind us. It's dynamic. We can compress it in if we want to have a smaller environment to be exposed to, such as toxic people. Or if we want to expand it, we can expand it further to cover our environment if we're in nature, or if we're with loving people, family members, friends, our pets. So this field of ours is where our induction frequencies are. It's where everything, it's a very important part for those of you who are new to this work. This frequency field is where our induction frequencies are. Everything starts here. And the consequence of what this frequency field is the life we live around us. People, places, things, this external environment. And the reflection of our frequency field is you, is us, ourselves, created here in density. It's a reflection. There's a beautiful movement between the central hub in our brain and our frequency field. Just very briefly, as you notice your spine, I'll just give you some of the mechanics because it's quite helpful, to say the least. That when we come into our central hub and we just come in neutrality and we're open to receiving awareness on what distortions are keeping us limited, we observe it with neutrality, no attachment to the outcome. Just that awareness alone lets us disconnect from it. We see it doesn't serve us. We don't fight it. We don't go into a long triathlon of healing. We just observe it. And the powerful beings that we are, we disconnect. It doesn't resonate. And from here, these signals are sent to our frequency field as they're always merged together. The frequency field picks up these new instructions, if you like, about how we create ourselves, and it arranges the field accordingly. And that's why I said from there, your environment naturally changes, people, places, things, and then you as a person, your perspective of reality, your perspective of yourself shifts beyond the mind. We bypass the mind. Taking another breath in. So with how we do it here, there's no need to fix the frequency field externally because your internal coherence from what you've received in the brain, that awareness, reorganizes everything naturally. And then we do it again. And we do it again. And on top of that, there are thousands of awarenesses of distortions that are being reorganized at any given time. They're just so small of a distortion, if you like, we can't pick it up. Don't worry if this is a little bit too detailed for you because it's not about the mind. We're already doing these frequency shifts as we're talking. Some of you may have fallen asleep. You're not really asleep. It's just that you have very busy minds. So your timeless self, to make sure that you are able to embody this knowledge, puts you to sleep, bypasses the mind. And you feel it when you come back. You didn't sleep, you just kind of zoned out. It's all good. So feel your frequency field around your body, responding, stabilizing, matching that level of purity of your internal space. This is the real you. It's not a better version, it's the original architecture unveiled. So healing isn't a journey going forward. It's a journey, a return inward. Breathe deeply into this stabilized, embodied presence. And now from this pure, stable place, the center hub, the frequency field, allow yourself to sense what is ready to emerge into form, We've spent so much of our time, our focus, our intention on healing, looking for the flaws in ourselves, in life, in those around us. Leaves very little opportunity to expand. So now that we are neutral with shame, I'm not saying that you're not going to feel it just yet, but that will dissolve entirely as time goes on. Now we can focus on expansion. So again, allow yourself to sense what is ready to emerge into form. With no effort, no fantasy, just inevitability. What reality, what abundance, what wholeness is already beginning to orbit around you. Because now you're broadcasting from clarity. Let's stay in silence here while this just stabilizes, takes roots. You can feel the gravitational pull of pure presence, pure coherence. And notice how you're not attracting from need right now, you're radiating from fullness. You see, reality doesn't reward striving, seeking, even intentions. Reality mirrors coherence. From what I've experienced and what I continue to experience, if you like, on the other side of this veil, there's no judgment. I know many religions have portrayed it in a very different way, but it's very distorted. There is no judgment. Nobody gets left behind. Nobody gets special treatment. It's not a favor to awaken. It's not a favor to get a connection with your timeless self in whatever form it may come in. It's all about our coherence, our alignment, our harmony to frequencies, those clearer frequencies. If you're heavily in duality, which shame encourages, of course, it keeps you out of those pristine environments. So feel yourself becoming that natural lighthouse. No striving, no depletion, just simply broadcasting what was always yours, that coherence, what was beneath those distortions of fame. Again, returning to our central hub in the brain, taking a deep breath in. Breathe in from the core of the earth with these frequencies, up your spine, embodying it, coding it into your spine, into this physical density, to your central hub. And for some of you who are ready and who've done it before, just gently move your awareness slightly back in your brain and up from that central hub. Not as effort, but as a gentle positioning. And it's from here. Doorways open. New bandwidths of possibilities reveal themselves. It's subtle. It's effortless. And it's clear. So breathe into this expanded space. And for those who are not able to come here yet, just yet, no biggie, no big deal, you will. Again, remembering that no favoritism. It's practice. You just have some more things to clear. You have more awareness to come to you, for you, so you can neutralize it, disconnect from it. Because these environments are pristine. Duality does not exist there, so you can't come in, be Mr. or Mrs. Dual. Practice. That's all it takes. We ask for free will. We're given free will. So it's down to each of us to decide how we want to create ourselves here. How do we want to curate ourselves? How do we want to have that expansion of awareness of what's going on behind the scenes? Most people, the very fact that you're on this call right now, you're not one of those most people. Most people doesn't even enter their mind what's beyond the density, what's beyond the fears, what's beyond the distortions. So as we breathe in, breathe into this expanded space. Sense the realms beyond distortion. For all of you now, you've separated from this personal voyage of distortions, that it's you is who you are, this shame is who you are. No, it's something outside of you, outside of your pure blueprint. And so that is something that is able to be dismissed, disconnected, not resonate with. So sense the realms beyond distortion. Feel into it. Where creation is simple, where wholeness is the default. You don't have to go anywhere to find it. You're already connected. There are no higher realms, lower realms going to that. Everything is here right now in your center. There are clearer realms. There are more precise realms with your higher self, your timeless self, however you label it. But there's no hierarchy of higher or lower. It's a very human judgment measure. So another breath in. And for those who have gone into these other realms, just bring your awareness back gently to your center hub. We always want to come back. We want to launch from here, from that foundation, that solidness. Go explore whatever technologies that you come across. Bring it back into this density. Feel into your spine, that locks it in. Notice how stable it feels, how natural it is. That anything I'm suggesting, and everything I'm suggesting is very disruptive compared to what else is out there. Notice how it all seems to make common sense, even if we can't understand it fully just yet. So from your brain, the center, let this new coherence echo through your body, through your frequency field, through your future. It's been revealed. No shame remains. Only that buried gold, that light. And as you breathe naturally, feel your spine quietly embodying these shifts. Not as a new burden, but as a receiver and a transmitter of your whole unveiled frequency, who you truly are. You're not becoming worthy. You're revealing the worth that never left. So whatever shame came to the surface, we can thank it. That this shame is protecting something that is so pure, so powerful, so authentic to who you are. That now we have released the shame. It's not ours. This purity, this connection can be activated. So we can walk forward now, not with scars, but with the brilliance of what has been remembered. You can listen to this meditation again. As mentioned, we're not going anywhere. We're not achieving anything. Even the whole ascension process is a distortion. For we're here right now. Nothing has ever left us. So what we're doing is remembering. Taking back control of what this mass consciousness has told us who we are. These frequencies from past lives, our ancestors that have come in, that we've brought them in. But we no longer have to do that. So listen to this meditation again. Every time you do, more will be revealed. And we keep going. But as we keep going, there are very significant resting points. If you like, it's like a quantum jump. That we move into a whole different position in space and time. Some people refer to it as an upgrade. And that's a movement to expect. So when you feel ready, open your eyes. Look around your environment. It's outside of your body. It's not you. It's a consequence of what's been created from your frequency field. And then notice you in your body. It's a reflection of what has been created in your frequency field. So let's spend more time in the future in our frequency field. That seems to be a pretty instrumental movement in our connection with our timeless self, that awareness. You can stay in this space as long as you wish. I always suggest sign off in your own time with your timeless self. I'm just the MC. What's happened has been between you and your timeless self. And I'll see you all next week. If you have any suggestions that you would like for these meditations, just write in on the app. And I'll certainly organize it.